Alright, we are back for the final with a mulligan. I feel like we had one very good draw so far, but I don't feel like our draws were insane. I think we were a little bit flawed at a lot of the games. Yet the deck performed way better than I expected, so if anything, this gives me a better. I do like red-green DINO a little bit more than I did before. Obviously, Ferocidon, Alpha, Carnage Tyrant, 3 Whiptails. Obviously, this is a very good version of red-green, but I felt like even very good version of red-green would still be vastly inferior to most decks, and it did not really feel like that. So obviously we want a mountain, ideally, not a forest. But how greedy can you be before it starts biting you back? Is the real question. Yeah, I think it is just a little bit too greedy not to put that on the top, because if this is the only land in the top 3 or 7, we kind of lose in the spot for keeping it here. Not keeping it here. We drew another 4S, which makes that top 4S a little bit clunky, but oh well. Got New Horizons now. The reason behind that play is that we are a little bit behind on board here, obviously, and ideally I want them to be tapped out here, so I can go Whiptail plus Stomp on the same turn when they don't have mana open. And if I don't play my New Horizons, I don't get to do that. And I guess this also let us go on Master Whiptail, which might actually be a better line. No, the problem with that line is that we have no good block for Raptor. I don't really want to trade a Whiptail for it. And it feels pretty good using the Stomp when they're tapped out. Like, worst case scenario, they have Dive Down and they can save their dude. But we still get the counter, I believe. Because the spell resolved the best it can. And, then we have 4-5 that can actually block the 4-2. Now, I guess I can attack first. Sometime I want to cast my spell first against blue decks, see if they resolve before I attack. But the truth is, if they have a counter for the second Whiptail, we are not like gonna be dead because we have no blockers. It doesn't matter a lot. We just take 2 at most. Looks like they might have a bounce spell here. Yeah, they are casting. Sure, the splash to vanquish the weak, no problem. Gonna block the Sailor here if they attack. We hope they don't have a Stormfleet Pyromancer in hand, which would be pretty good at killing my Huntmaster with Raid. Nothing. I guess there's no way we can play around Luca Dispersal, even if we play Ferocidon first. It only costs 2, but we'll have 3 extra mana, so if they have Lookout Dispersal, they can counter it. So we probably want to lead with the Knight, just because This way we don't take the extra damage. Could be a Windstrider, in which case they get to double block Ferocidon and we trade Ferocidon with Windstrider, I guess. Could be nothing. Nothing? Literal nothing? That's okay, that's not what I expected. So I guess maybe they are just flooded here? That's good. These communes have been really nice. Always finding something pretty good. We can obviously play any of these. They conceded. So I guess they were flooded here. Mostly. Huntmaster have been super impressive. This deck has been a lot better than I expected. You might be here, you know, like, are you stupid? Your deck is great, and dinos are pretty good. Why would it be bad? But I had pretty bad experiences with dinosaurs so far in this set, and I've done a lot of draft. I've done around 100 draft, I believe. And dinosaurs have not been kind to me. It's the first time I'm happy with dinosaur deck, I believe. It's probably the archetype I drafted the least. But I still drafted it maybe between 5 and 10 times, you know, out of 100 drafts, it's likely. So, yeah. Anyway, I put these two cards here because blue-red, you know, they tend to have flyers and one toughness creature a little bit more easily. We actually haven't seen any one toughness creature yet, though, or flyer. I believe Archer should be pretty good against blue-red no matter what. Probably don't want to bring Canopy in the blind, though. Maybe on the draw we want Archer over Stampede. Stampede is kind of nice potentially against the Sailor of Memes. If we have a bunch of Whiptails and whatnot that, you know, 3-power creatures and they have a couple Sailor of Memes. Decent at breaking the board stall, kind of. Maybe on the draw though, Archer is a bit safer. Blue-red can be really aggressive. And again, there's a decent amount of good one-toughness creature in blue-red, so I think it makes this amount of sense. This hand is weird. We do have, you know, 3 cards we can cast though, and we are making our land drop, so I think it's a keep, but there is obviously kind of a clunky element in it. So hopefully the top is Forest into New Horizons, I guess, is what we're looking for. I think I play Knight first, not really sure. I guess if they... no. This might not be the right line. That was a good top deck. Guess we attack. Really happy to trade Sure Strike for Ferocidon if they want to. They are probably not gonna block, and now they know we have a Treek. But I think this lines up a little bit better for us. The opponent is off blue right now. Oh, never mind. I just lied. Oh right, that's a blowout. The card is not that great against us in general, though, I believe. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I am just wrong. Alright, well. We are not really winning this race right here. Good to know about Cannonade though. But, you know, obviously we have 2 drops like any deck. But in general, like, we are playing, I guess, 5 creature that dies to the cannonade, that's it. That's not like a lot. I don't think we were soft to discard. Had I known about it, might have wanted to play the Firebrand earlier, obviously. And maybe it's the line I was supposed to take, because even if we haven't seen it, I guess, it is reasonable to play around it. Alright, so we are clearly not winning this race. I'm gonna go for a double block and the Ferocity then, with the hope that they have a removal or a run aground or something that they use on one of my creature, and then I can sure strike the other. Obviously, if they do that, it is not gonna work out for me. But again, we kinda need to assemble some blockers. They should attack with Spy, I believe. I think I'm using the strike. It sucks if they have something which they could easily have, but next play we do if we draw land is Hunters and will not have the mana for sure strike. Usually very bad to use tricks defensively like that, because again, the opponent easily could have something like they do here. That being said, a bounce is not too bad. And we need to do something about this board, get rid of creatures, otherwise we are gonna die. We are pretty dead here. We are dead to pretty much any bounce or reinvol or bump. But their draw was pretty hard to beat. Ferocidon and then Cannonade. Yeah, this is lethal. Unless they miss it, but it is pretty obvious, so yeah. Alright. Okay, this draw was mildly clunky, I guess. Hopefully this time will be the one with Ferocidon. Still, yeah, Archer seems decent. They have at least a Nest Robber, maybe some more things. This is a keep. Not ideal. Really wish we had a mountain in there, obviously, but you kind of have to keep it. And you know, if they have a Nest Robber on turn 2, it's gonna be pretty great. Or a Shipwreck Looter or anything. If we draw red, it's also good. If we continue to draw forest for the remaining of the game, we're probably gonna lose, but not a lot we can do. Bottom, alright. Nest Robber, please? Shorekeeper, really? I'm gonna need human here. Means we might have trouble casting. Remember that you can always produce colorless mana, so it's not gonna make this Whiptail particularly bad or anything. It's just gonna be make it a little bit annoying if we draw a red dinosaur, which we have a couple of in the deck, or the Erazor, but that's about it. I believe we might have more red humans than red dinosaurs, actually. Let's just check. 1, 2 red human, 3 red humans, and 3 red, I guess 4 red dinosaurs. Okay. Just gonna drop Whiptail and beat down. And when they attack with Frenzied Raptor next turn, I'm probably taking the damage. I assume they are not gonna block. Good news is that Shorekeeper is really bad against me. Eventually they might reach 8 mana, at which point it might win them the game, but it doesn't seem super likely unless they have something like Prosperous Pirates. And an 0-3 is really bad when most, if not all, of your opponent's creature will have 3 or more power. So I'm not sure why they are playing that in this matchup. I guess they might... Maybe they feel like I'm just some random aggro deck, but again, if your opponent's playing big creature, don't play the Shorekeeper. Don't really want to give them a free loot every turn. Probably have to trade my Whiptail for the looter. Then the good news is that, well, first it's cool because now we can hold up a little bit of mana here. They might want to play around stuff. And next turn probably we'll have no Whiptail anymore. But we can attack with the 2/2 Knight into the Shorekeeper and archer it away and get a nice 2-for-1. And again, since we have mana open, they probably don't want to commit to use a Trick or a Removal right away. Though I guess if they have Unfriendly Fire, they might just use it. But me playing only a 2/2 for 2 on turn 5 while still having 3 cards in hand is quite a bit suspicious. I would be afraid of... Okay, looks like Evan doesn't care. I would definitely be afraid of a card like... Crush the Ramparts. I guess they don't lose match by just playing that, though. If you have the Crash, well, whatever. It's a 1-for-1 trade. They traded 5 mana for 3, though. Yeah, clunky. Alright, well, we'll attack with the Archer. I mean, 1 Knight. It's not looking good, though. Let's just pass like that. And see what they do. Maybe I'm playing a little bit too... It's not really conservatively, but slowly. And I should just jam things to the board. Because here, if they go Removal or Bounce, put you down to 4, we are in quite a bit of trouble. Or Weaver, for that matter. But this game, as a whole, has been going very clunkily. And here, we would not be happy to jump block with Archer anyway. The opponent had a good draw. They've been looting 3 times. And we are having clunky draw. Bad mana. I'm not sure we can really win this game. They did not loot. Probably should always loot, but this is a very bad news. Alright, well, I believe we are dead. Since I don't see them not having something here, given they kept everything in hand. Yeah, GG. Could have played the Archer a little bit earlier, and then would have been able to chum block here. Potentially survive 1 more turn. But if they kept both cards in hand, probably we just cannot win this game. Despite, you know, them playing a Shorekeeper, which is again pretty atrocious against us. Yeah, I mean, this happens. We had, I think, 2 kind of clunky draws in a row, right? The one where we got... I guess the one where we got Cannonade could have played a little bit better around that. And then But the mana was not so good, right? We had just a bunch of red last game, and this one we had a bunch of green, which was clunky. Otherwise, we could have played the Error most likely, which is one red. We would not have had to name human here. And yeah, would have probably been in better shape. Looks like it would have been still difficult to win. Anyway, that was a draft. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you for another one.